Everyone else is accounted for.
We're having a technical difficulty with Dan, but he is joining momentarily.
Okay, thank you. All right, as long as we're waiting, just a little reminder to please mute yourselves unless you are addressing the council or each other.
I'm going to call Dan Jean. I'll be right back.
Okay. For the listening public, we'll be starting the meeting momentarily.
All right.
Dan's joining now. He should be on here, Jean.
Yep. Hi, Dan.
I'm sorry. I don't know. Kept
It's
going
okay.
around in circles. Okay,
We're
folks.
ready to
Everybody
go when
clear?
you are, sir.
All righty. Calling to order the Cuyahoga County regular meeting for Tuesday, July the 21st, 2020. Clerk, please call the roll.
Calling the roll, Mr. Gallagher,
Here.
Mr. Strawn,
Here.
Ms. Conwell,
Present.
Mr. Jones,
Oh, here.
Ms. Brown, Ms. Stevens,
Present.
Ms. Simon,
Here.
Ms. Baker,
Here.
Mr. Miller,
Here.
Mr. Tuma,
Here.
and Council President Brady.
Here.
You have a quorum.
All right. Would like to have a moment of silence for the civil rights leaders, John Lewis and Reverend C.T. Vivian. I know most people are much more familiar with Lewis than Vivian, but having read a lot of the literature, Vivian is a very important part of the the community of brotherly love that was the nonviolent civil rights movement of this country. And so I'd like to take a few moments to acknowledge their passing. Thank you very much. Is there any public comment?
Yes, Mr. President, I received public comment via email from Ms. Liu regarding COVID-19 testing for homeless persons, and all the council members should have received that email.
Thank you very much. Could I have a motion to approve the minutes of the July 7th Committee of the Whole and July 7th regular meeting?
So moved.
Oh,
Second.
Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
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 Those opposed, the ayes have it. The minutes are approved. Is there a message from the county executive today? Hearing none. Legislation introduced by council.
He's on
Excuse
mute.
Sorry.
Yeah, sorry,
Oh, I'm sorry. Hi.
I was on mute.
Oh,
Should I still go?
sure.
Okay. Thank you. We've begun again to step up our federal lobbying with respect to the CARES Act funding. As you are all aware, we received, significant funds from the federal government in the CARES Act, has been known as the third package. But the uses for those funds were limited. They could be used to address the COVID crisis, but they could not be used to make up for lost revenues. And we're looking at huge revenue losses impacting our budget. In other words, we could use the CARES money to buy gloves and masks for employees, but we can't use the funds to make sure that we'll have the money in the budget to pay salaries of those employees. Congress is now looking at a fourth package, and we're focused on three needs. First is more flexibility with respect to any money available to us under the CARES Act, both for the funds that we've already received and any new monies. Second is the need for more money. And third is the a need for an extension of the date beyond December 2020. The pandemic, unfortunately, is not going away anytime soon, and the economy is not going to fully recover in 2020. Those three needs are common to the state government and to every county in Ohio. We're working together with the County Commissioners Association in our lobbying efforts, but time is short. In fact, this is it. The Congress is back from recess this week, but then they're gone in about 3 weeks. So if we're going to get any more help, we need it now. I will certainly be happy to keep you all posted as we move forward. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Legislation introduced by council. Consideration of a resolution of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2020-0147, adopting various changes to the Cuyahoga County non-bargaining classification plan.
And this will be referred to HR. Consideration of a resolution of council for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2020-0121, declaring the necessity of and determining to proceed with submitting to the electors of the Cuyahoga County Public Library the question of an additional 1.0 mil levy for the purpose of current expenses of the Cuyahoga County Public Library in accordance with the provisions of sections 5705.23 and 5705.25 of the revised code for a continuing period of time.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
All right, is there any discussion? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
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 Opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of an ordinance of council for first reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Rules are suspended.
Ordinance number 2020-0014, amending section 208.01 of the Cuyahoga County Code to provide for the appointment of the Cuyahoga County Advisory Council on Equity.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Move to adopt in second. Councilwoman Brown, do you have any comments on this legislation?
This item was heard in the Human Resource Appointment and Equity Committee a week ago. We had 15 candidates come before us who all expressed their desire to serve in this capacity, and also was on the record giving their commitment of time, as we know that this will be probably demanding work. And I respectfully request, they were unanimously approved, and I respectfully request my colleagues' support.
Thank you very much. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Legislation introduced by the executive. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the rules have been suspended.
Resolution number 2020-0148, amending the 2020-2021 biennial operating budget for 2020 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations, for appropriation transfers, and for cash transfers.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Councilman Miller. Oh, Councilman Miller is muted, I guess.
Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution is the regular bi-monthly agenda of budget amendments. We directed questions to OBM and the answers have been distributed to all members, with one exception, which I'll note in a moment. Most items are routine appropriations of grants and capital projects. Notable is an additional appropriation of $700,000 for unexpected costs for out-of-building medical treatment of juvenile detainees. I would like to move a substitute. The substitute will remove appropriation item P, which is $375,000 for legal settlements, and transfer item B, which is $80,000 for outside representation. Law Director Huth recommended that we hold these items to provide him additional time to prepare an explanation of the items for the council. May I have a second for the substitute?
Second, Brown.
All right. All those in favor of the substitute, say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The substitute is before us. Councilman Miller.
I have nothing further, Mr. President.
All right. Madam Clerk, are we finished with this legislation?
No, Mr. President, you have a first and a second to vote on the item as on its merits as substituted. All you need is a vote.
All right. Thank you very much. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. Legislation is approved as substituted.
Resolution number 2020-0149, approving a proposed settlement in the matter of Tyrone Hips versus Cuyahoga County et al., United States District Court, Northern District of Ohio, Eastern Division, case number 1:19-CV-2815, authorizing the county executive and/or his designee to execute the settlement agreement and any related documentation, authorizing the appropriation of funds for payment of settlement amounts set forth herein.
I move to adopt.
Second.
Okay, thank you very much. This was, of course, the item was discussed in executive session. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0150, approving a hazard pay agreement for bargaining unit employees of the county represented by American Federation of State, County, and Municipal Employees, Ohio Council 8, Local 2927.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Second. This was also discussed in the executive committee meeting. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2020-0151, fixing the 2021 water, storm, and sanitary sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment rates for county sewer district numbers 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 24 in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 6117.02.
And this will go to Public Works.
Resolution number 2020-0152, approving and confirming the 2021 water, storm, and sanitary sewer maintenance and/or sewerage treatment assessments for county sewer district numbers 1A, 2, 3, 5, 8, 9, 13, 14, 18, 20, 21, 22, and 24 in accordance with Ohio Revised Code, Section 6117.02.
And this will also be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2020-0153, making awards on requisition number 47764 to various providers, each in the amount not to exceed $450,000 for general architectural engineering services for the period August 5th, 2020 through August 4th, 2023.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2020-0154, making awards on requisition number 48610 to various contractors in the total amount not to exceed $15 million for on-call COVID-19 emergency building modifications for the period August 4th, 2020 through August 3rd, 2021, as printed on the agenda.
Public Works.
Resolution number 2020-0155, authorizing a sports facility agreement between Cuyahoga County, Cleveland Indians Baseball Company, and Gateway Economic Development Corporation of Greater Cleveland in the amount not to exceed $3,500,000 in accordance with supplemental trust indenture number 5 between Cuyahoga County and the Huntington National Bank as trustee dated October 1, 2017.
And this will be referred to the Committee of the Whole for our next council meeting.
Resolution number 2020-0156, adopting the 2020 Economic Recovery Plan in accordance with Section 7.05 of the Cuyahoga County Charter and Section 801.01 of the Cuyahoga County Code.
This will be referred to Economic Development.
Resolution number 2020-0157, authorizing a grant agreement with the Cleveland Foundation in the amount not to exceed $1,500,000 to provide matching funds for the Cleveland Foundation Digital Inclusion Fund to support digital equity activities and efforts in Cuyahoga County for the period August 1, 2020 through August 31, 2021.
And this will be referred to Human Resources.
Resolution number 2020-0158, approving proposed amendments to the subdivision platting rules for the unincorporated areas of Cuyahoga County.
And this will be referred to Public Works.
Resolution number 2020-0159, authorizing a contract with Court Community Service Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $555,000 for court community placement and supervision services for probationers referred by the court in connection with the Community Works Service Placement and Supervision Program for the period January 1, 2021 through December 31, 2023.
This will be referred to Public Safety. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of rules. Could I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The ayes have it. The rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2020-0139, confirming the county executive's appointment of various individuals to serve on the Cuyahoga County Citizens Advisory Council on Equity for the term July 15, 2020 through July 14, 2025, as printed on the agenda.
For that.
Second, Conwell.
Thank you. Council President, I do want to apologize. The prior legislation that I spoke on was in reference to this. The previous piece was an amendment to add 2 county residents appointed by us, the council, to this body of individuals who have made their commitment to serve. So I I would respectfully request my colleagues' support as it relates to this.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Can I have my name added, Council President Conwell?
Please add
Simon.
Councilman Conwell's name and Councilwoman Simon's name,
Thank you.
Mr.
Add
President,
my name as well.
Mr. Jones's name,
Mr. President, mine as well, please.
Mr. Miller's name,
And mine as well, please.
and Ms. Stevens's name.
All right, I have Conwell, Simon, Miller, Jones, and Stevens.
All right.
The next item is resolution number 2020-0140, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1500-299 with Halle Industrial Park for lease of space located at 1890 40th Street, Cleveland, for the period March 1, 2015 through May 31, 2025, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,369,804.54.
Motion to adopt.
Second,
Mr. President, on July 15, 2020, Mr. John Myers of Public Works came before the Public Works Committee to discuss this resolution. This is amending a current contract with Halle Industrial Park LLC for lease space at 1890 East 40th. The current contract ends May 31st, 2025, and the building is used for storage for several county entities such as Archives, Board of Elections, and Department of Children and Family Services. And this amendment is essentially adding amounts to pay for non-rental expenses, including in the original rental agreement. I'd ask for my colleagues' support on this on second reading suspension so they can move forward with this contract extension.
all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0141, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1867 with Near West Side Multi-Service Corporation doing business as May Dugan Center for lease of space located at 4115 Bridge Avenue, Cleveland, for use by Cuyahoga County Court of Common Pleas Adult Probation Department for the period August 1, 2010 through July 31, 2020, to extend the time period to July 31, 2025, to change the terms effective August 1, 2020, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $182,881.
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, this is amending a contract for lease space of 4115 Bridge Avenue, the May Dugan Center. The space will be used for the Court of Common Pleas in the Adult Probation Department, extending the time of the lease from July 31st, 2020 until July 31st, 2025. This was discussed before Public Works on July 15th, 2020. And I would ask for my colleagues' support on this, moving it forward on second reading suspension as well.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0142, declaring that public convenience and welfare requires emergency repair of South Woodland Culvert number 3 in the city of Shaker Heights. Total estimated project cost $200,000, finding that special assessments will neither be levied nor collected to pay for any part of the county's costs of said improvement.
Motion to adopt.
Second, Brown, and I'd like to add my name, please.
Okay, and Mr. President, this was brought before Public Works on July 15th by Ms. Nicole English. And this culvert is rated poor. It averages over 4,000 vehicles a day. And the funding distribution is such: 50% county road and bridge fund, 50% city of Shaker Heights. And it's a 2020 start date. So we're asking folks to move this along on second reading suspension.
Those in favor say aye. Aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0143, authorizing the issuance and sale of County of Cuyahoga, Ohio Economic Development Revenue Refunding Bonds, Series 2020D, in the maximum aggregate principal amount of $162,935,000 for the purpose of refunding for debt charges, savings, certain of the county's outstanding Recovery Zone Facility Economic Development Revenue Bonds, Series 2010F, Medical Mart Convention Center project, which were issued for the purpose of providing monies to pay costs of a project within the meaning of Chapter 165 of the revised code, authorizing the execution, delivery of a first supplemental trust indenture securing the payment of the Series 2020D bonds, establishing funds of the county related thereto, authorizing the execution and delivery of a bond purchase agreement relating to the sale of the Series 2020D bonds, and related agreements and certificates, authorizing and approving related matters.
Move to adopt.
Second, Simon.
Moved and seconded. Councilman Miller,
My colleagues, this resolution authorizes the refunding of just under $163 million in medical mart and convention center bonds to take advantage of historically low interest rates. The action is expected to save the county at least $21 million on debt service expense between now and 2027. The expected savings of between 12 and 13% is much larger than the usual 3 to 5% savings, which is normally considered the threshold for doing a refinancing. To enable the sale as planned in August, I would ask that everyone who supports saving $21 million to please vote yes for passage on second reading suspension.
all right. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0144, authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1700-172 with Dell Marketing for a Microsoft Enterprise Agreement for various licensing and support services for the period July 1, 2017 through June 30, 2020, to extend the time period to June 30, 2023, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $8,464,100.31.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Mr. President, my colleagues, this resolution approves a contract with Dell Marketing to provide licenses and support for Microsoft products across the county's entire enterprise. The contract is for 3 years, ending on June 30th, 2023, at a cost of $8,464,000. The cost unfortunately represents a very substantial increase over the current contract, as the number of employees using these licenses, the number of different kind of licenses being used, and the cost of the licenses themselves have all increased. However, we need these products to operate effectively, and this contract is already late, so I ask for passage on second reading suspension.
Thank you. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. The resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0145, authorizing amendments to an agreement and contracts with various providers for comprehensive case management employment program, employment education and training services for young adults in connection with the Workforce Innovation and Opportunity Act for the period July 1, 2019 through June 30, 2021 for additional funds as printed on the agenda.
Move to adopt.
Second, Brown.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. President and colleagues. This was heard in committee, this ordinance, last Wednesday, the 15th, and this is a contract extension for older youths, just workforce training, and it's funded by TANF and WIA. So we recommended that this be supported and passed.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? The ayes have it. Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2020-0146, authorizing an agreement with Alcohol, Drug Addiction, and Mental Health Services Board of Cuyahoga County in the amount not to exceed $884,400 for residential and intensive outpatient treatment services in connection with the Medication-Assisted Treatment to Drug Court Expansion Project for the period May 31, 2019 through May 30, 2024.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Mr. President, this was heard in safety at their last meeting,
And as the caption recites, that it's for the drug court. It's a year late, not their fault. So if we could move this under suspension, we'd appreciate it.
All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the ayes have it. The resolution is adopted. Thank you, Councilman. Consideration of ordinances for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance number 2020-0015, authorizing the county executive or his designee to temporarily expand the electronic equipment and communications policy to define requirements for county employees working from home and connecting to the county network.
And this will be referred to HR.
Ordinance number 2020-0016, authorizing the county executive to approve hazard pay to non-bargaining county employees in accordance with the Coronavirus Relief Fund established by Section 5001 of the Coronavirus Aid, Relief, and Economic Security Act.
And this will also be referred to HR. The 11th item is miscellaneous committee reports.
Mr. President,
Yes, Councilman.
my colleagues, the Finance and Budgeting Committee meeting will be at our next regular time on Monday, July 27th at 1 p.m. for an ERP update from the administration and a preliminary update on the county's actual financial results through June 30th, 2020. We will also, on Thursday, July 30th at 1 p.m., we'll hear from our ERP consultant, Zig Bersons, in Committee of the Whole. Thank you.
Mr.
All
President.
righty.
Mr. President,
Yes.
Thank you. Public Works will meet at a regularly scheduled time on July 29th, Wednesday morning. Thank you.
President Safety, Tuesday, 1 o'clock.
Thank you.
Economic development at 3 o'clock on Monday.
Mr. President, HHS, Wednesday, July 29th at 1 o'clock to discuss children staying in the Jane Edna building.
HR will be.
No
uh,
items were referred to community development. We will not meet.
Okay, Councilwoman Brown.
HR will meet on July 28th at its regular 10 o'clock. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Council President Nan Baker,
Yes.
the Council Operations and Intergovernmental Relations Committee meet next Tuesday, July 28th, to hear from our Dr. Houston on the internal audit report.
Thank you. Anybody else? Hearing none. Is there any other miscellaneous business before the council? Hearing none. This council meeting is adjourned. Good afternoon.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank you too.